do you keep in touch with your family, friends, coworkers, and potential jobs and all of that? Through social media, we communicate so much easier now, and so much information is at the tips of our fingers. I mean, look at us tonight. We have all of our phones on hand, ready to go at any moment. We all probably have at least one social networking site, either Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So many of them, it's so hard to list. So, and especially in all of our generations, we kind of grew up with kind of having social media once we got to that age. Okay, today we will learn and discuss the pros and cons of social media in our society. Okay. There are many ways that social media has benefited our society. Some social networking sites make it easier for us to communicate with our family, friends, coworkers, and obviously classmates with online classes. Social networking sites empower individuals to make social change within their community, doing better for their community with either charities or sharing heartwarming stories throughout their community. Being part of a social networking site can increase a person's quality of life and reduce the risk of health problems. It's been proven to help with stroke recovery, memory retention, and overall well-being, providing someone with a large social base. So now that we've discussed some of the majority of the pros that social media has, let's look at some of the negatives. Okay, social networking has been obviously the brunt of what's wrong with society that everybody blames when everything goes wrong. Social media sites are an easy avenue for cyberbullying, and over half of young people have reported being cyberbullied throughout their life. Social media prevents face-to-face communication. The more and more our young people grow up with social media, the more they get socially awkward because it's all that they're used to communicating through the internet, not having to do this. A study found that a percentage of people reporting less face-to-face time with their family in their home rose from 8% in 2000 to 34% in 2011. So obviously, face-to-face communication is falling. And a fact that's maybe weird, but I read on the internet, was that 1 in 10 people check their phone while being intimate, which I thought was absolutely insane. But that was pretty high. Social networking is correlated with personality and brain disorders. The use of social media has been known to cause the need of instant gratification and cause self-centered personalities, excuse me. Okay. As you can see, there are many positives and negatives that come with social media. Okay, now I'd like to invite all of you to share your thoughts and opinions with me. Okay, what are some positives that you see in social media?
Connecting with people that you don't see on a daily basis.
Yeah. What are the main reasons that you use social media for?
Mostly connecting.
Just connecting with people. Yeah.
Yeah, I use it to stay in touch with my family all the time.
Yeah, that's what I use it mainly for. My mom lives in Arizona, so that's how I communicate with her the most. Any other positives?
International, not just here in the States, but getting a little bit, getting an idea of what's going on around the world.
Yeah, that's what I like is world news. It kind of broadens our spectrum of, our world widens when you look on the news. It's not just local daily news. You've got everything going on. Okay. What are some negatives that you tend to see that comes with social media that you think are issues?
One thing I've noticed on Facebook, they're starting to show more graphic videos. You can see people getting killed and people getting beheaded and everything. I think there needs to be control of that.
Appropriateness.
Yeah, it's definitely is moving that way. Like censorship has gone. People are kind of pushing the envelope more and more, and there's really not a lot of young kids are able to see these. There's not a lot of overseeing on what
Yeah.
they're doing all the time, which I think is another big issue.
Especially now that videos are embedded and start even as you're scrolling past. It used to be you had to click to get it to play, and now they're just playing as you're scrolling past, and it's
I don't-
happening before you.
I don't
can
like
turn
it being used to be marketed to.
Yeah.
Like Facebook knows what I've been searching.
It's
for.
creepy.
It's scary.
And then
Like
it puts the
specific
ad, you're like,
items.
wasn't I just looking at those shoes?
Mhm.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
sometimes it takes privacy away, and you don't think about what is being all picked up, and that's another thing too. Like you said, it's like, how do you know what pair of shoes I was just looking at? Anyway, so.
That's one thing about privacy. People really change what they keep private and what they share. And people share so much more on social media. So.
Yeah.
But it's really weird how much people will put out there that they'll just share with big
Share with
gobs
the
of
world.
people, and you're like,
Yeah, and I think the thing is people don't understand that how easily that information is taken and stored, and the dangers that can come with it, depending on how personal you get with, I leave my house at 6 a.m. every day, you know, it's like, that's not a good idea.
Right, I seen somebody posting rolling up a marijuana joint, and I guess their job, the next day, drug tested them and he got fired.
Yeah, that's a big issue, underage drinking, and, you know, pictures being posted of underage drinking, and you go apply for a job, and you don't get the job because you had these inappropriate pictures on your Facebook page, so.
The whole bullying thing is pretty bad, cyberbullying, not just with kids, adults. There's having this lack of face, this a little bit of being anonymous, even though your name might be there, or you might have a name, a screen name that somebody can figure out who you are. But it gives these people this courage that they can be cold and distant and
Yeah,
not
takes
human.
like the real world perspective out of it, of what you're actually saying is going to a person. So I think that's, and another study that I read that I don't want to quote it exactly, but they showed that on cyberbullying, a lot more people are afraid to go and voice it because nobody sees it. It happens to just you personally. So
There's been, you have adults misbehaving on it, and then you have children doing the same
And
thing.
the
There's
children
like the
see it
issue
too.
with like children cyberbullying female game critiques and designers, and like making rape threats and stuff, and it's like a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Why? Because he saw that other people did it, or thought it was cool.
oh yeah.
Well, if you read the comments on stuff, on anything, they're very vicious. People are. They're
Yeah, and it's
extremely
stuff that
vicious,
nobody-
even like
you
for
would ever
news
say to anybody's
things.
face in public.
Yeah,
the
it's
difference.
awful.
So what changes do you think would make it better for social media overall for society, either children or in your adult life? What do you think could be made?
I think that in school it could be talked about, like how to be appropriate, how to utilize these respectfully. The difference between writing on social media and writing in class, or speaking publicly as well. That would be helpful if it's addressed.
Yeah, just awareness about what really goes on social media. That way, young people know what they're getting themselves into. I guess. Any other ideas of changes that would be great for social media?
Like we said earlier, censorship is the stuff they allow on there.
Yeah, people are getting away with a lot more things now that they shouldn't.
I agree with Miranda though on an educational point, that I think educational institutions need to adapt to technology faster and be including it in the classroom and allowing it and
Yeah.
teaching appropriate communication, use of communication, time and place, social etiquette, all of that.
Social
Like that needs to happen
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear is that younger and younger kids are going on Facebook and they're seeing these posts, and as they're growing up, while their mind's still developing, they get that sense that it's okay to act like that, and then you have this whole burning of like going
And
down.
there's like, maybe you've seen this as an educator, but like sometimes people write something and there's absolutely no punctuation, and it's
Awful,
habits
awful
will
Right.
move into the classroom as well, where people do not know how to formulate sentences.
All right, well, thank you guys for sharing your opinions. I really appreciate the discussion, so.